We all come to the yoga mat for different reasons. To be honest, the primary reason I seem to come to the yoga mat is for my mind. Because when I come to the yoga mat, it gives me a sense of freedom. I get to know my body better. And through that, rather than obsessing on different physical issues I might have, I find that the knowledge enables me to feel this certain sense of freedom. And in this practice, we'll be doing a lot of poses that create this sense of freedom. Of course, we're all different. Some of us may feel like the sense of freedom comes from really long holds and forward bends. For me, it's more about just really opening up, opening your physical body in such a way that you feel a sense of spaciousness. You feel bigger, and that creates this felt sense of freedom. For this practice, I'll probably use some blocks, maybe a blanket, and probably my straps as well. And if you don't have those, you can improvise during the practice. We'll begin standing. Stand tall. Take your arms up, interlace your fingers, reach over to the left. Arise up. Interlace your fingers the opposite way, reach up and over. Get a nice feeling of stretch to the side body. Inhale, rise up. Press your left hand to the IT band and stretch to the left. Press your right hand to the side of your hip and maybe side of your thigh as you reach over. The hand is pressing in, the left hand is pressing out. You're getting this nice side stretch. Release. Now interlace your fingers behind your back. Press your knuckles to your low back. Open your chest. Just find that fullness in the breath first. Now exhale, just draw it down just slightly, not too deep. Take your interlaced fingers away from your low back and release down. Reach your interlaced fingers up a little bit more. Place your hands to your low back, bend your knees slightly, root down and rise up. Come to the front of your mat with your feet hip distance apart. You feel anchored. Spread your toes so that you can get more of a base, and with that solid foundation, it gives you a sense of freedom of the upper body. Take your arms up, take the hands wide apart, reach up and back. Exhale, take your hands to the mat. Step your right foot back. Bring your right knee down. Take your hands right above your left knee. Open your chest again. Take your arms in a cactus pose. Take your elbows forward. Take your palms back. Reach back. Open the chest so fully. Express the sense of freedom in the upper body. Release your hands down. Step your back foot forward. Place your hands to your low back. Rise up. Reach up. Reach back with the hands wide apart, the fingers spread. Just get this nice opening. Exhale, take your hands to the mat. Step your left leg back. Bring your left knee to the earth. Take your hands right above your right knee. Settle in. Root down from the pelvis to the earth. And express freedom in the upper body by first creating cactus pose with the arms. Elbows draw forward. Palms draw back. Look up. Look back. Release your hands down. Step your back foot forward. Place both hands to the low back. Rise up. Reach up. Reach slightly back. Exhale, take your hands to the mat. Step back to downward facing dog. In downward facing dog, Take your feet nice and wide apart. Take your hands as wide as the mat is. Lift your heels up. Bend your knees slightly. Lift your sit bones up more. Now release your heels down. Pass your right hand somewhere to the left leg and get a nice side stretch. Bend your right elbow, reach it down toward the earth. Release your right hand back to the mat. Take your left hand somewhere to the outside of the right leg. Bend your left elbow as a way to get more length, more fullness on the left side. With freedom to turn your chest toward the right. Enjoy your breath. Release your left hand. Now parallel your feet, but step them in hip distance apart. Come to a plank position and lower yourself to the mat very slowly. From here, come to fingertip tops. Hug the elbows in and rise up. Exhale, soften. Inhale, lift up through the muscles of the back body to open the front body. Exhale, soften. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, soften. Come to all fours position. Back to downward facing dog. In downward facing dog. Lift your right leg high. Lift the right hip higher than the left. Bend your right knee. Just feel this nice opening. Now look forward and step your right foot gently forward. Park your back knee down again. Reach your arms up again. Create this cactus pose. Settle deeper into the pose. Reach your hands back. Just express this fullness of the front body. Express the freedom that the pose gives you. Release your hands to the mat. Come back to downward facing dog. Invite fullness to your breath. Ease to your facial muscles. Draw your left leg in the air. Lift it high. Bend your left knee. Engage your left toes. Get this nice fullness to the side body. Look forward. Step lightly your left foot right between your hands. Bring your back knee down. Take your hands right above your left knee. Invite fullness to your breath. Take the arms in cactus pose. Spread your fingers. Reach your fingers back. Now get length. Just straighten your arms to reach back. Release your hands down. Step your back foot forward. Place your hands to your low back. Rise up. Pause in Tadasana. Close your eyes. Receive fullness to your breath. Notice how just a few poses draw you a little deeper into the practice, a little deeper into the awareness. And it's through that awareness that we feel that sense of freedom. It breaks through the contractedness that the activities of our daily life sometimes bring with them. You're giving yourself this time to spend on the yoga mat. So see how you can dive deeper into your practice. Maybe it's through something as simple as your breath. Breathe in deep, breathe out long. With your eyes bright, breathe in, expand. Reach your arms up, reach back. Exhale, take your hands to the earth with your knees bent and step back to all fours position. In all fours position, step your right foot just to the outside of your right hand. Draw your hands off to the diagonal on the left side. Just bow in a pranam, this kind of honoring gesture. You're giving yourself this time on the mat, so honor it. Let your heart just draw a little bit closer to the earth while you keep your right knee aligned over the ankle. Let your right sit bone move a little bit further to the right. Now keep your left hand on the mat. Take your right hand to your low back. Turn your heart toward your right inner knee. Just get nice fullness in the rotation. Reach your right arm up and reach it over. Release your right hand down to the mat. Tuck your back toes under. Step back. Come to downward facing dog. Breathe in deep and out long. Come down to all fours position. Step your left foot to the outside of the left hand. Walk your hands to the diagonal, to the right. Bow in. Give this time to take your attention to your breath. To see if you can maybe extend your side body. Maybe by walking your left hand a little bit further. Your right hand a little bit further. So from the pelvis to the armpit, you have nice length. From here, keep your right hand down. You can center your left foot so that you can get a nice opening as you rotate the spine. Turn your spine toward your inner left knee. Reach your arm over if you wish for greater length to the side body. Release your hand down. Step back to downward facing dog. And walk your hands back to your feet. With your hands to your knees, straighten your arms. With your knees still bent, move your chest. Draw the chest forward. Lift your sit bones. Now draw from the navel back to the spine. So you get this nice fullness in the back body. Again, inhale. Move the sternum forward. Get this nice opening in the front body. And in the same way, get fullness to the back body. Inhale, breath. As you open the chest, lift your sit bones, exhale breath, you draw the gaze in, navel back. Now come to what feels like the center of that movement. Take your arms up, draw your pelvis back slightly. Keep this nice grounded quality. So with the grounded quality in the feet, you feel this total freedom in the upper chest, all the way from the pelvis to the crown of the head. Now walk your hands on the mat forward. Walk your feet forward. Place your hands to your low back and rise up. Stand in Tadasana and pause in Tadasana. With your feet parallel, just play with giving a little bit more weight to your left foot first. Now with your right foot, you're just kind of drawing more weight, more awareness to the right foot and to the left foot. And as you're ready, lift up your right knee, hug it in. Now see if you can catch hold of the shin so that you give yourself a nice stretch to the front side of the thigh. And just pause. Can you keep the same awareness in your standing balance pose? The same sense of freedom. Now slowly release your right foot, parallel your feet, and do the same thing. Sometimes when we balance, we start to contract the breath. So move from the right side where it feels like the right foot has got most of your weight. Move to the left foot, the left leg is bearing most of the weight. Just rock side to side first. Come back to what feels like a natural, easeful breath. And as you're ready, lift up your left foot. Maybe by hugging it in, you can find the shin bone or the ankle or the top of the foot. Just give yourself a nice thigh stretch here. Standing tall, feeling rooted. Now release your left foot as you're ready. Come back to the very back of the mat. Stand tall. Take your arms up, reach them back. Take your hands all the way to the mat and step them forward to come to a very short-term downward facing dog. Now a plank position to lower yourself slowly to the mat. Reach your right arm out. Bend your left knee, and in a way similar to what we just did standing, grab hold of your left foot, draw to your right side, and maybe over, so it's almost like you're laying on your back to give your front side of the body, especially the left thigh, a nice thigh stretch. Maybe you can draw your left foot a little bit closer to your cheek. Now release and gracefully roll back over, holding on to the foot. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, soften. Again. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, soften to the mat. One more. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, soften. Release your left foot Extend your left arm. Now, draw over to your left side. Bend your right knee. Catch hold of the right foot or the right shin. Draw back. See if you can get a nice stretch here as you just open up the side of the body as you reach your right knee away from the pelvis. Nice fullness to the front side of the leg. Now roll over very lightly, come to your belly. On the next inhale breath, rise up. Exhale, soften. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, soften. One more, rise up. Exhale, soften. Release your foot. Come to a sphinx pose where your forearms are planted nicely. You've got the forearms parallel. Draw the elbows toward your ribs. Reach your heart forward. And now release and lift your navel away from the mat. Spread your fingers with the forearms pressing. Pull the forearms back. Pull the elbows back. Let your heart just kind of soften. Draw the heart forward. Have the heads of the arm bones draw back. Now do the opposite. Just lift from the navel back to the sternum so that you get fullness in the back body. Again, pull from the fingertips to your elbows. Pull back. Draw your heart forward. And now come back to all fours position. In all fours position, step your left foot back, roughly line it up with the right foot, and balance yourself as you reach your left arm up and over. You get this sense of freedom every time you open the chest, open the front body so fully. Release your left hand down. Now step your right foot back. Lift your right arm up. Reach it over to expand the right side of the body. Release down. Come to downward facing dog. Step your right foot halfway to your right hand. Turn your right foot, turn your left foot. So you're at the outside edge of your left foot. Your right foot is like a kickstand. Lift up your right arm. Reach over. Release down. Step back to downward facing dog. Step your left foot halfway to your left hand. Turn your right foot so that you're coming to a side plank, a supported side plank pose. Reach over. Release down. In downward facing dog. Lift your right leg again. Bend your right knee. Drop your right foot off to the left side. Come to a back bending form. They call this wild thing. Release your right hand down. Come to downward facing dog. Get any items out of the way so that your left foot can plant to the right side of the mat. Lift your left leg up, bend the knee, plant the foot, reach up and over, and come back with grace, if possible, to downward facing dog. Now come to your knees. Lower yourself all the way to the mat. If you have a strap, grab your strap. Take your strap around the right foot, right at the base of the toes. With the arms straight, pull the strap. Draw your toes toward your face and reach the toes away from your face. Do that 2 more times. Draw your toes for a lot of dorsiflexion of the ankle toward the face, toward the ceiling. Toward your face. And reach up. Now extend your left leg if you feel balanced. Otherwise, keep your knee bent so your pelvis feels planted. Take the strap in your right hand. Reach your right foot just slightly to the right side. And again, this balanced pelvic action is really important. If you feel like you're getting lightness on the left side, you've gone a little bit too far. Turn your right toes toward the right side. Externally rotate the leg. So it's not too far that you're taking the foot to the right side. Release back to center and bend the knee to take the strap to the left foot with your right knee bent, right foot planted. Hold on to the strap on both sides. Spread your left toes. Draw your toes down toward your shin. Reach your toes up. And again, down toward your left shin. Reach them up. One more time. Draw down. If you're feeling this a lot in your calf muscle, you need to bend your knees. So it's more of an ankle action that you're doing. Take the strap in your left hand. Your choice. You can keep your right foot on the mat or extend it out. Externally rotate your left foot and draw just a little bit over to the left side while keeping the pelvic points in a neutral position. Draw your left foot back. Take the strap off your foot with both knees bent. Draw your knees up toward your chest. Draw your feet up toward the ceiling. Hold on to your shins, or maybe some of you can hold on to the baby toe side of your feet and just move side to side as a way to give your back muscles a nice massage. And as you're ready, release your feet to the mat. Extend your legs. Close your eyes. Breathe in deep. Breathe out long. Breathe in deep. Breathe out long. Breathe in deep. Breathe out long. Now just breathe very freely and naturally. Thank you for joining me in the practice. Enjoy this felt sense of freedom in Savasana. Namaste.